In this video, we're going to examine the change dropdown to command. So let's begin by visiting the Alexia BASIC labyrinth. Then we're going to print out all the HTML inputs that are located on that web page. And then here we'll start using the change dropdown to command. However, for right now, we have it commented out with a single quotation mark. So let's go ahead and click on the cast button. We'll go ahead and cast this short spell. We should see the web view window change to the labyrinth, and there it is. And of course, here in the emulated computer screen window, we have all of our HTML inputs, which basically saves us just so much time. Instead of having to hunt through all of the HTML source code, we are provided with all the major HTML inputs, which include buttons and any type of input format. Like, for example, what we see here in the labyrinth on this page, everything here, we now have it represented in code format here in the emulated computer screen window. Okay, now let's go ahead and actually just comment out the first two lines of code. And now, with regard to change dropdown blank to blank. Okay, let's see if there's a dropdown here. There should be. And I believe it may be a little bit further down on this page. Sometimes it's a little bit sluggish to utilize Alexia BASIC while also creating these screen recordings. But here we go. Here we have a country dropdown, and we see it says select country. And if we click on this, we presumably are going to be provided with a couple different options. Okay, there are several options that are provided to us here. So let's just keep it right up here at select country. Now, when we look over at the emulated computer screen window, and we scroll down a little bit, and we attempt to locate where that particular drop-down box is represented, it would appear as if though it's down right here towards the middle of the page where we see select name country, ID country, and then there are various options beginning with select country and then continuing with various options from Australia, I believe all the way to the United Kingdom. So how would we utilize the change dropdown command to actually affect a change on this web page? So one thing we could do is identify this select with its name, country. So if we change the dropdown named country and we change it to perhaps, let's just take a quick look here. What are some of the options? Okay, Canada happens to be an option before it scrolled away there. Let's just go back momentarily, and we'll now scroll over to the right-hand side, and sure enough, we do see Australia, and here we see Canada. So what if we were to change the drop-down called, let's see, Canada. What if we change the drop-down named country, right, which is right down here? What if we change that to Canada? So if we were to go ahead and just cast this spell right now as is, of course these first two lines of the spell are commented out with a single quotation mark. So all we have is change dropdown name equals country to Canada. Let's see what happens. So we're going to cast that spell and we'll see if, okay, there it is. It changed the country to Canada. Now what if we wanted to change that to, here, let's see what some of the other options are. So we're clicking on this drop down and we should hopefully here momentarily get a list. Okay, so we have United States, United Kingdom, other, Russia, India. Okay, so let's just keep it on Canada where it happened to be right now. And let's go ahead and change that now instead to Russia. So we're basically keeping the change dropdown command the same. We're identifying the dropdown that we want to change by its name, which happens to be country. And as you'll recall, that's what the name is over here when we look at the HTML inputs, the output of the HTML inputs command in the emulated computer screen window. We see right here, when we look down a little bit further, we have an option for country right here, select name country, ID country. We in fact could also identify it by the ID, which happens to also be country, so we're just going to change it to ID equals country, and we'll see now if this successfully changes the drop-down within the labyrinth webpage to Russia. So let's go ahead and cast this spell, and we'll see if any change is made. Okay, and there the change was made to Russia. So this begins to give you an idea of how the change dropdown to command works. Thanks for watching. Now please subscribe to our channel.